Hello, Stampin' Buddies. It's Lori from Lori's Little Bit of Crafting, Stampin' Up demonstrator in the United States, coming to you on Wednesday, January 15th, a little after 11 o'clock. So late night Lori's here with you, or whenever you happen to watch this. So tonight I thought I would just do a quick video to unbox one of the kits Stampin' Up has. It was a recent release. This happens to be a $25 kit, and everything you need is in the box. All right, this one happens to be the Perpetual Beauty Calendar Kit. And this is something I need because I have a big desk calendar, wall calendar that I have hanging, and I put all of the important dates on there, but that doesn't travel very well. It can't go with me to places, so I thought I would order this and give it a try. So let's take a look. So the only thing I've done is taken the plastic wrapping off the box. All right, so I'm going to move the box out of the way and let's take a look. So the Stampin' Spot that comes with it is Pretty Peacock. And the stamp set has all of the months of the year. And that's it, just the months of the year. So that's for your stamping pleasure. There is also, looks like ephemera. There's some labels in here. And there's a block because every kit, if they're stamping on it, is going to come with the block. It's a kit block, so it's not like a full-sized D block, but it is certainly adequate to do a kit. So you can see it's not quite as thick as a normal block. All right, so there's the difference. It's about half as thick as a normal block, but it works. Usually when I get these blocks in my kits, I'll hang on to them and I'll use them if I've got a group coming in and I need a lot of stamps and I don't have quite enough blocks. But I usually prefer to use the regular Stampin' Up block because it's got the shaping to it, and that just makes it easier for me to hold because I sometimes don't have really good feeling in my fingers. So having that texture helps me out. So let's take this wrapping off and see what we have. So these are die cut labels that are actually stickers. These are die cut labels in white that are stickers. These are little ephemera pieces that are stickers. And these are beautiful pieces that are stickers. And these foliage pieces are also stickers. So you have 2 sheets of those. One of the metallic ones and one of these muted color ones. So it looks like we've got, I'd say Misty Moonlight, maybe Basic Beige or Crumb Cake. And then that looks like it could be a Garden Green. That's gotta be our Pretty Peacock. So let's get rid of that. This does actually, when it comes with the kits, it works as a nice alternative to a piercing mat, to just give you a firm surface if you need for your photopolymer stamps. I usually have something under mine than just the glass mat. All right, so instructions come in here, so don't get rid of this piece because you think it's not important. Because that is going to help us decide what we need to do. Now this is if you want to put these like in a stamp case. I typically just get rid of the language that's not mine, and then that can go in your stamp case lined up for the stamp so that you've got it for future use. Because even when you're done putting your kit together, obviously these photopolymer stamps are still usable. You can make other projects with it. So with these kits, there's always a QR code, a quick response code that you can scan to get information from Stampin' Up. All right. So this QR code, it says learn stamping basics when you scan this QR code. And this one says watch detailed instructions for this kit when you scan that one. So this is going to give you just some basics, and this is going to give you information about putting this one together. All right. So we've got basic black, crumb cake, garden green, lost lagoon. Oh, that's the one that I said wrong. I said pretty peacock. Lost lagoon, where'd I go? Misty moonlight and pretty peacock. So those are the colors, and any of the kits will give whatever the coordinating colors are, whether it's the ink spot that's included or any of the elements. All right. So when we open this, it's going to show us suggested how to put it together. All right. So January, February, July, August. It tells you which elements off of these sheets to use. And like with these labels, it's going to suggest that you do the months on the labels of the appropriate size. Obviously, May can go on a really small one. And then just as a layer behind the months, you're going to use the different colors to your liking. And then it pretty much just goes through and it just suggests how you can put them together. Obviously, you don't have to do it that way. And I'll probably just kind of lay out whatever page I'm doing. I'll probably follow pretty close to these suggestions, but I might add some other things. So let's say with my paper pumpkin quarterly dies, maybe I want to use this foliage piece here with something else, you know. Maybe I want to color some watercolor paper and cut it with the die. So there's a lot of things that you can do to dress it differently based on what you like. So this just goes through all of the months, and it just shows different ideas for putting the things together, but it gives you 6 months apart. So you're not going to have any months in a row that are going to have the same design. So you can see January and February have 2 different ones. July, August have 2 different ones. March, April, September, October, March, April, as you go through the year. And then this basically just shows you what all of the components in the kit are. So I'm not going to actually put this together tonight, but we are going to flip through here a little bit and just see. This is a nice hard covered notebook basically, and it's got this nice little hook on here, so you can have a cup hook or some other kind of peg hook and hang it up on the wall. So that'll be convenient for me, I think. But then you can just go through with a perpetual calendar then. Anything that happens on the 1st, write it down. And every year you can look at this and know that it's going to happen January 1st or February 1st. You know, if there's an anniversary on a certain day, you write it on that certain day. And that way you can kind of plan ahead for your events. All right. So you can see there's some different colors here for each month, and we can go through and just see there's no 2 months in a row that have the same color. So this will not be a complicated kit. It's going to go together pretty easily. So let's do January according to the instructions. It won't take long. So let's just flip this back open to January, and we will need the January stamp, and we will need a block. Now when I'm putting my photopolymer stamps on my blocks, if they're long, slender ones like this, I will usually lay them down somewhere where I can just kind of let them fall and be in line. And you can always lift them and manipulate them a little bit. But if you wanted it curved for a photopolymer stamp, you can curve it and you can put it on your block curved. All right. So let's say you wanted to be, you know, fancy schmancy and make that curled, you could do that. I'm going to be kind of conventional here. Now, usually I don't try to put it on my block straight. I usually use my blocks canted so that I'm not using my block to make my sentiment go straight, if that makes sense. I don't rely on my face or my eyes. So this is pretty peacock. I'm gonna go get a big one. Because it's just easier for me. And then if I want to give this away to somebody, it hasn't been opened. So we will stamp on a scrap first, just to make sure that there's no residue on here. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's like the ink hasn't gone all the way on my stamp where I want it to. So what I usually do is I ink it up, but then I kind of forcefully rub it off because I want it to pick up a little bit better. Can you see, hopefully, how that's just got a little better coverage? And that looks pretty good. So let's re-ink here. And I just got ink on my thumb. And I don't want that to get all over my little labels here. So we'll do January. And I usually just hold it for a few seconds so the ink can absorb into the paper. Nice. We'll get rid of the ink. And I guess I'll have to get a new little Lori's Little Bit of Crafting because it now says January. All right, so we are going to use, it looks like a greenish one. No, I think that might be Lost Lagoon. So let's do the Lost Lagoon. And I'm going to set that on the edge of here because I want to get these foliage pieces. So let's look for this little piece. Now this looks like it could be a little bit fragile. So I'm just going to carefully lift it up. And if you're super careful, these are cut so nice that you're not going to have to worry about those inside pieces that you want to be your void. So let's just lay this little puppy down here. And I'm going to trim this just a little because for me that seems just a little bit long. I probably should have tilted it a little bit more, but it doesn't matter. It'll be fine. And then we want a foliage piece that looks like this. And we'll put that here. And then we want another piece that looks like this. And that's going to go over here. And then we're going to put this on. And I guess that looks pretty straight. Let's just see. So we've got to there, to there. That's pretty darn good eyeballing it. Woohoo! Yay me. And then this we're just going to offset a little bit to create another layer. And our page is done. January 1st is New Year's Day. Yay. All right. So I've got a couple of birthdays in January. I actually have 3 birthdays I can mark on here. I know I have an anniversary I can mark on here. And then every year all I have to do is look at January and I can see, oh, I got to get these cards ready. So what I usually try to do is look the month ahead so that I don't miss the ones that are like in that first week. So that's it. Every page you'll be done in just a few minutes depending on how putsy you are with your pages, but it looks like those are staying down really well for being self-adhesive. And that's it. My perpetual calendar. I love it. So $25 if you like it. And if you would like a kit, I'm going to be having some kit togethers. I was going to try to schedule one for the very last Monday in January. If you want this particular kit, I don't have any of this one on hand. We can try to order it and get it on time. But I'll be doing a kit together specifically with kits at least every other month, possibly every month. So stay tuned for more information on that. And I might actually just finish my kit tonight because that went a lot faster than I expected it to. So happy stamping. I guess we'll catch you next time.